welcome to week 5 of this ICAD vlog journey that I'm going on. ICAD means index card a day. It is a challenge set up by Tammy Garcia, Daisy Yellow. You'll find her as Gypsy999 on Instagram. But it involves just basically taking a regular 3x5 or 4x6 index card and altering it in some way. She also has daily themes and weekly prompts to encourage you on that journey, but they're not required. In addition, my friend Nina Fickett has a set of prompts for her mixed media ICAD. This year, though, I'm using their prompts if I can, but I decided to work on learning some embroidery stitches. So I have a book. I'll have it linked below. I may show it later. I'm traveling right now, so I'm in a hotel room and not in my usual studio, and it is about 6:20 in the morning on June 29th. I think it's a Thursday. I'm so tired. I don't even know. I don't think I slept any last night. So it's the 29th day of ICAD, and sorry y'all, I'm having to hold my little tripod. I'm sitting here trying to drink my hotel room coffee. Today I am going to work on the zigzag stitch, which is interesting. It looks more like, I don't know, like the X's on a barn. It looks more like that than like what I would consider a zigzag. So we'll see how that goes. I haven't even picked out fabric yet. I figured I'd get this recorded, get it out of the way, and yeah. So the Daisy Yellow prompt for today is evergreen, and I thought for a bit, and I realized I have this evergreen bow distress marker. Y'all, I don't know how old this is. I sprayed some of the distress refresher on it before I left the house and capped it, and I'm hoping I can get a little bit of something out of there. We'll see how that works. And then the mixed media ICAD from Nina today is text from packaging. So, I thought on this, I looked through packages and stuff. Everything I had was cardboard, and that just seemed like too much. But sitting on my desk are some of the little tubes that come off the embroidery floss when you start to use it. And it's got text on it, and I think I'm just gonna kind of maybe collage it in the background somehow on my card. I don't know yet. So yeah, I need to get to it. I don't know when I'm gonna pop back in with more of this, if I'm gonna try to get this all done in the hotel room before I have to go to the event, or if I'll have to take it with me. I'm hoping to not have to take my whole bag with me, because that would be nice to not have to tote it over to the convention hall. So, but if I can get it done, that's great. All right, guys, well, I'll give you a look at what I do, and I'll pop back in just a second. So I'm at a different location now at the convention area. This one was tricky. I didn't know what I was gonna do, so I really just played. I did it on the fabric, and it was real wonky. I didn't draw a line or anything, and I ended up putting it on the card too and punching some holes, and that was much better, much easier. But I'm still not sure if I did the stitch right, because in my pictures it looked like the vertical lines overlapped themselves, and I don't know, it didn't do that for me. So maybe I did it wrong. But it's made. So this is what I did, and so that's my zigzag stitch here and here, and evergreen. I've got some in the background and some around my little sentiment and text from packaging. I did use those little strips, and they're under there, but underneath some gesso, because the black ones I've got, you can't even see that one, were showing up just way too much. So I ended up putting gesso over the top of it and scribbling into it with a pencil, and then Stabilo on the edges. And I couldn't figure out how to work this in, so I grabbed a sentiment and a Tim Holtz photo strip, and yeah, made it work. Kind of. It's pretty, but it has no meaning. It's I don't know. It's done. Hopefully I can do this again tomorrow. I'll probably have to do another early morning and then get back to you kind of things, depending on how things go. Okay. Good morning, y'all. It's another early morning. It's about 6:36. I got a busy day ahead. We've got meetings all day, and so I don't know what today's gonna look like for doing this. So I thought I'd pop on real quick and tell you what my prompts are, kind of maybe what I'm thinking, but we'll see. Like yesterday's, I don't know how this is gonna turn out. So it is the 30th day of ICAD. It's June 30th. It is Friday. The stitch I'm going to be working on today is the herringbone stitch, which looks a little bit like, well, not even like, well, it's not yesterday's, the day before yesterday's. What was that? The long arm stitch. So it kind of, in that it's got some like extra long stitches in it, but it's interesting. It's not supposed to be real hard, so hopefully I can get through it. I haven't put anything on the hoop. I haven't done anything other than look at what the prompts are this morning. The Daisy Yellow prompt is playground. I knew when I packed for this trip, I don't have any ideas for playground. I don't. I'm kind of hoping maybe I can get that herringbone stitch, maybe look like monkey bars or something, but yeah, I don't know. So playground, I'm just not really feeling. The mixed media ICAD stitch though is yarn, and I'm wondering if around somehow my herringbone stitch I can do some couching over the yarn, and I think that could be really interesting. So though I did not bring a needle for yarn, so I'll have to see how I want to do that, if I just want to like glue down the yarn first, yeah, and then couch. We'll see how it goes. Okay guys, totally unplanned, no idea what I'm doing, other than I need to do the herringbone stitch, and if I can include playground and yarn, I will get back to y'all when I can. I don't know when that's gonna be. That could be, like I said, 6:30 in the morning now. It could be 8 o'clock tonight. I don't know. It could be later, because 8 o'clock we're gonna be in a meeting, so it's gonna be crazy. Okay, I knew it was going to be later, and today's been packed. It's almost 2 o'clock, and I'm in the hotel like dining area where they have the breakfasts and stuff, and so I was, because my mom's taking a nap up in the room, so this card is iffy. Let's see, the herringbone stitch was not that hard. I think if I had drawn lines or something, it definitely would have been easier. And I did do the couching around. Playground, I just kind of kept with fun colors and kind of did like a green and a blue, and I had to kind of think, I don't know, it's kind of kid-like with some of the colors. And then yarn, I did the couching. I glued the yarn down and did a little bit of couching over it. So that's what I made. So it looks like grass and sky like you would find at a playground, but I also want to keep in mind that like everybody's idea of a playground is different. Like, where do you like to play? Like for me, a playground is just going outside and like looking for things in nature. So that's my natural playground. So I'm gonna say I was inspired by it, but yeah, that was a tough one. So, but this card's done. Herringbone, not too bad. I got to play with some couching again. That was a lot more fun. I will definitely probably use the couching in the future more than the herringbone stitch, but I'm glad I tried it. All right, on to, I think tomorrow is first day of June. I mean, first day of July, so it'll be the 31st day of ICAD. We'll get to it in just a second. I'm gonna give you some looks at this card. Hello. It is the first day of July at about, I don't know, 8:30 in the morning. I've got a little more time today, but I still feel like extremely rushed because I have a bunch of things I want to do. I've got videos going up and all kinds of stuff, and we have session in a few hours, so I'm trying to get this done. Today's stitch is the 31st day of ICAD. Today's stitch is the closed herringbone stitch. So it's gonna be a little bit like yesterday's. I'm trying to figure out the difference by looking in my book. It's also marked easy. Is it? No, it's intermediate. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's interesting. Instead of like an X at the bottom and X at the top like yesterday's was, it's like lattice work almost. So, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do with the card. So the Daisy Yellow prompt for today is charcoal. And I have a charcoal stick with me that, I don't know, I'll probably just put around the edging or the background of the card somehow. I didn't bring any kind of blending stump or anything. I don't know. I don't want to do with charcoal, but that's easier than the mixed media ICAD prompt today because that's intrepidation. I don't know what to do with that. I think I'm a little fuzzy on what that means, and so I probably will not put in the mixed media ICAD prompt today. So that is that. I'm gonna do my stitch. I do have some, I think this is rust-dyed fabric on my hoop, and I'm gonna get to it real quick. Hopefully I can get it recorded. I'm having trouble doing the overheads on this. I don't know if you've been able to tell, but we'll see what I can do. That one came together pretty quick, better than I thought it was going to. I may have started off that stitch wrong. I'm not positive. Yeah, I don't know. It's a neat stitch. I think I may like it better than the regular herringbone just because, I don't know, it feels more symmetrical. So, and the charcoal I just put over the whole card, rubbed it with a baby wipe to blend it in, and that's the only way I really used it. But then I grabbed my little pocket of focals and sentiments and stuff and the watercolors I have with me and threw this together. So it doesn't really mean anything. I kind of wish I had something silver, and I don't think I brought a silver pen with me, but it's done. It's, you know, it's got a little picture of nurses and a pretty little flower and some pink notions, and I don't know. Yeah, it's done. And yeah, so I can get on with the other things I need to get done before I head over for our meetings. So yeah, we'll see. Tomorrow is going to be super crazy. So because we're traveling back home tomorrow in the afternoon, and I don't know if I will get my video or get my card done tomorrow at all, or if I'll have to do that Monday when I get home. So we're gonna play this by ear. Either way, I'm going to pop in and tell you what's going on. So it is the second day of July, and the 32nd day of ICAD is Sunday morning, almost 7 o'clock. Yeah, I think that's right. I've got a little bit of time. We got to load the car up and everything, and but we don't have to be back where we are till almost lunchtime. So, yeah, something like that. I don't know. We've got things to do, but I wanted to try to go ahead and bust this out because I didn't think I'd get it done in the car. But I might do it if I can do it. I don't know. We'll see how we progress. So anyway, today's stitch is going to be the Russian chain stitch. I'm skipping ahead. I'm skipping a couple of intermediate ones since I knew it was going to be a crazy day. I'll go back to those to try to get them because they're intermediates, but I decided to go ahead and skip up to the Russian chain stitch. I think that's right. Hold on, I'm looking. Yeah, oh yeah, because the next one was advanced and then an intermediate one. So the prompt from Daisy Yellow today is cottage. I found a magazine picture here with like this little row of cottages, and I thought that would be neat to use in the background. And then the Mixed Media ICAD prompt was stickers, and I found I had a bunch of little like flower stickers. I also have some of the other stickers I brought. I have the sentiment stickers and some other little stickers that letter stickers and whatnot that I can use if I want to use those instead. So I've got a variety of stickers to see how it goes. I've pulled out this dyed green fabric that I'm going to put in my little hoop from Nina, and yeah, so I'm going to work on this Russian chain stitch and be back in a bit. Okay, so that's done. The Russian chain stitch is interesting. I think I could use it again. I think I need a little more practice. It got a little bit better. I think my thread was a little fraying. But yeah, they look like little flowers or something. It's a chain stitch with like 2 other chain stitches coming from it or either end. And yeah, I think if I spaced them closer together, that would look better. But I kind of like scattered them. So I made this card. So here's my cottages, my stickers, and my Russian chain stitch is supposed to look like, because there were bushes there, and so I wanted it to, but I should have done them this way anyway. Yeah, so, and I stuck a little sticker here because it's little homes, and I don't know, it's done. I will be actually home myself tomorrow, so hopefully I will probably try to sleep in and get some things done since the day after is the 4th of July, and I think we're having people over. So yeah, I will see y'all then. I'm gonna give you a couple pictures of this and see. It is Monday, the 3rd of July. Tomorrow's the 4th. The 33rd day of ICAD. I am home. Woo! I'm so happy to be home. I really enjoyed getting to see some of the friends I don't get to see very often, and participating in all of that. But I'm really glad to be home. I got some rest. I've gotten a shower in my shower, had a night's rest in my bed, and I feel a bit better. We are having a 4th of July party here at my house tomorrow in the pool. I don't know that we're having a whole ton of people, but we've invited a bunch. Most of them are maybes. So Do you know how stressful that is? Because I'm like, how many burgers do we cook? How many sides should I fix? How much condiments should I, like, you know, tomatoes and onions for burgers? How much of that should I prep? I don't know. So yeah, I'm trying not to stress about that and trying to relax, and we'll go to the grocery store and get some of those things. We've already got like burgers and buns and some of that stuff, but it's like the condiments and things like that that we'll need to pick up today. And so my husband's out mowing the grass, and I decided I'd do this, and I think we'll go get some lunch and go to the grocery store. So I need to make a list, but first I want to do my ICAD. So today I am working on the basket stitch, which is labeled in my book as an advanced stitch. That's why I didn't do it on my trip. I wanted to do that while I was home and had all the supplies. So I'm going to try it. We'll see what happens. I've got this in my hoop here. The Daisy Yellow prompt for today is perspective. I'm not sure how I will work that into this. We'll see if I do. Maybe, maybe not. But the mixed media ICAD prompt for today is rainbow, which I like, and I think it's funny because the event I was at is part of an organization called Rainbow Girls. So I think that's funny that the day I come back, it's a rainbow prompt. But I'm basically going to do the shape of a rainbow, and if you can kind of see that on there. And I'm going to use, I still have a bunch of floss in my pin cushion over here, and I figure, why trouble picking out a floss when I'll just use what I've got over here, and we'll see what happens with this stitch. So I'm gonna get started. I'll give you a look at some of my stitching, and yeah, I'll see you on the other side. Well, I just played, I don't even know how long that took me, probably longer than it should have, but I just kind of did it and watched some YouTube videos and enjoyed being home and made my card. And so I'm, you know, I need to do some other cleaning things before I have people over to my house. But no, I just want to kind of enjoy the time of being, oh, I've got stuff all over me. Anyway, so I did this. I think kind of got perspective in it. I'm not positive. You can see that's kind of done in rainbow order. It's not, you know, that's the basket stitch. It says it's advanced, but it didn't seem that hard, y'all. Once I did the first couple stitches, I was like, oh, okay. So I'm hoping I got that right. It seems right. I'm still on border stitches because I'm still, I don't know how many days in I am, but it can also be used as a filler. So I think especially like here, it's a filler. Here you can see that it's more, I don't know if I did it more open, but my lines were a little wonky, so you can see like that like filters down, whereas this one was a little more evenly spaced. So yeah, that's fine. I'm good with it. I played with some of my things, and if you want to know, I did all of like this stuff with like art crayons, like Marabou art crayons and Stabilo Woodies. So except for the lines here, that was a pit pen. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Hey, happy 4th of July. It is, oh, I don't even know. My phone has done something. It is almost 10:30 in the morning. I've been busy we're having people over for the 4th of July to grill out and swim in the pool and all of that. We try to have a party. But since I just got back in town, I always kind of leave it up to my husband to like plan it and do it. Right now, we've got at least 7 people coming. It could be more, it could be less, it could be hot enough that people just show up. I hope we have enough food. So we'll see. We're not going to do anything till after some of the heat of the day. So we told everybody 2 or 3, figure they can come over, eat, and if they're going to go do fireworks, then they could head downtown for that. Normally we do fireworks, but we just kind of decided against it because usually by the end of the evening it's just us and like a couple other people, and it just seemed like a bit much this year. So we're not doing fireworks, but I am going to do ICAD. So let me get to that. It is the 34th day of ICAD. My stitch for ICAD stitches, make sure to check out that hashtag if you want to see these better, but it's the same thing you've been seeing, is wheat ear. It's interesting. It's kind of like the fern stitch and some of those other kind of V or Y shaped stitches I've done, but it's got like a loop through it. It's kind of interesting looking. It is labeled as intermediate, so we'll see how that goes. But it's one of the ones I skipped in order to not do while I was out of town. The Daisy Yellow prompt is summer, and the mixed media ICAD prompt is coffee. So for summer, I'm using this bright yellow, I think it's a flour sack towel from somewhere that I have dyed with yellow. And when I think of like summertime, I think of like primary colors and beach balls and things like that. So I've got this yellow, and then I've got this, I'm using this because you can see it is broken. This is some variegated like wound thread that I took with me out of town, and this is like dry rotting, and so I was like, let me just go ahead and use this for today. So like I said, primary colors and all of that. For the coffee prompt, I'm less worried about that. I'm probably just going to put some coffee in the background. This is my cup of dried up instant coffee that I reconstitute with water, y'all. It's so cool that it's not sticky. Okay, I'm going to do this. This is getting too long. Okay, so that stitch was easier than I expected. It was a lot more fun. That looping was neat. I'm just making a V, you loop through it, make a line. Yeah, super easy. So that's my card. Yeah, it's just an accent here. I threw on some flour, watercolor flower that feels a bit like summertime. Found that I had a bunch of summertime type stickers here, so I stuck that on there as a sentiment. Since I was doing the red and the yellow, I put some blue on here. Like I said, primary colors kind of feel like summertime in that beach ball kind of way to me. So yeah, it's fine, it's done. I just found out there's 4 more people coming today, so I need to go make us some lunch and kind of get a couple more things done. So I hope you have had a wonderful and safe 4th of July if you are in the US. And yeah, we've got one more day in this week, and I will see you then. of week 5 for this ICAD stitches. We had our party yesterday. It was good. Yeah, it was fine. Everything was fine. The pool's a little cloudy and I'm not happy about that, but everybody seemed to have a good time. And you know, we had some good ribs and cheesecake and good friends, and yeah, it was great. So today is the 5th day of July. It is just after 11 o'clock. It's like 11, almost 11:30. Probably should be planning on lunch soon. So it's the 35th day of ICAD. The stitch I'm going to be working on today is another border stitch. It's the petal stitch. And it looks like it's like a line with these petals shapes, or like ovally type shapes drooping from it. It is an intermediate stitch, so we'll see how that goes. I've got a little bit of some, I think this is avocado dyed fabric from a friend of mine. I'm gonna use some bright neon yellow thread for the fun of it. The Daisy Yellow prompt today is astronomy, so I really wanted to find like stars with the constellations and stuff, but I instead what I found was this from an old atlas, so it's got like the Milky Way and all of that. The mixed media ICAD prompt today is mosaic, so what I think I'm going to do is take this picture and cut it into like strips and then squares, and then kind of piece it like you would a mosaic, kind of, I don't know if I'll piece it back the way it was, like a puzzle, or just kind of randomly collage it onto my card for my background. Yeah, we'll see how this all goes. That took forever. Y'all, it was over an hour, like an hour and 15 minutes or something. I worked on this. So this floss is not, you know, just some cheap neon floss I have. It doesn't look great in that pattern, so I switched over to some regular, this is a mirror thread, I don't know, something I thrifted, so it's more like the DMC, and it made that better. I did it on the hoop, off the hoop. Definitely works better on the hoop, but anyway, and then yeah, so I made my mosaic with that, and I put a little white gesso over it to kind of make everything consistent, and then it needed texture, so I strung at these threads, I don't know, from there, added a little word. It's whatever. It's a neat stitch. It's definitely is more of an intermediate stitch like it says it is, but I might use it, I don't know. I kind of like it up and down like this, so it looks almost like one side of a botanical. So if I had those on either side, I could be stitching a botanical. So, all right guys, that ends week 5 of my ICAD stitches project. I'd love to know if y'all are enjoying these at all. My week 4 has not gotten many views. I don't know if that's because it's been a holiday week and people are traveling and out of town and all of that, or if y'all have lost interest. So I'd like some feedback if you've got a moment, if you've made it here to the end of this. Let me know, because, you know, if I could save us all some time and not do this, I will, I suppose. So I'm still kind of interested in doing maybe some vlogging later of like other things I do, jewelry and art and whatnot. So let me know if that interests you more. All right, guys, make sure you check out Tammy, who is Daisy Yellow, and Nina Fickett, who are giving out these prompts. I'll have links to all of them below, and I will maybe see you next week. And if you do like this, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Okay, bye.